This is the last episode for this school year of Mr. H's Art Room. I'm sure you're probably wondering, why are they on the floor and why are all these art materials on the floor too? Well, the truth is that for this art project we're going to do today, you might need a lot of room. So instead of working on a table, we're going to be on the floor. Today we're going to work on two questions. The first question is it okay to use other people's ideas or artwork in your own artwork? And the second question that we're going to answer is, why is collage artwork like creating music? I'm sure that you're probably going, music and collage, I don't understand how those two things can be related. Do you think they're related?
In a way, I think they might be.
What do you think?
I think because in music you can take other people's songs into your song, and in collage you can use things from magazines and other people's art and add them to do art.
That's a pretty smart answer. I guess we'll find out later, won't we? Well, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to be working with paper. So I'm choosing black paper for mine.
I choose pink paper.
Yep, and you can do this project on any kind of paper using any materials, but the ones that we're going to choose today are going to be paper. We're going to use old artworks. We're going to use magazines. We're going to use old things that we've made that we might not want anymore. And I'm even going to use some old book pages because my son decided to rip up a book. So we're going to need scissors. Can you get the scissors, please?
I'll find them.
We're going to need glue.
Glue?
Glue. We're going to need, where'd you go? Maybe a glue stick instead of liquid glue. That's up to you. I will tell you, liquid glue will stick longer. And it's a little harder to use, but a glue stick is very easy to use, but it might not stick as long. Good old trusty liquid paint. And you might want some drawing tools. As I said, drawing tools. Any kinds of drawing tools, crayons, markers, colored pencils, chalk, normal pencils, and maybe an airplane. So when I make a collage, the first thing that I like to do is figure out some stuff that I want to use, and then I like to take a few different things and move them around on my paper to find out how they look good. So I'm not going to show you all that, but that's the first step, is to cut out a bunch of things that you think might look cool, and then to arrange them in different ways on your paper to see which way might be the best way to do it. So I'm going to start working on that now. You can see that my assistant here is well on her way to finishing her collage. She's still got a lot of work to do. So now that I've got the stuff that I want, and I've figured out how I want to arrange it pretty much, now it's time to glue. And then it'll be time for me to add some more decorations. And you see my assistant is way ahead of me right now, so that's pretty cool. Nice job. So now, you know how much I love paint. I'm gonna tie mine together a little bit with some paint before I glue any more pieces down.
That sounds cool.
Alright, so now we are done working on our collage, I think, and we'll take a minute to look at them in just a second. But look at all of this. You know what I would say if we were in the art room. What would I say?
That this is a big mess.
And what do we need to do?
Clean it up.
That's right, we got it all out, and it's our job to put it all away. So we're going to clean this mess, and we will be right back to show you our finished collage artworks. So, these are our two finished collage artworks. I hope the sun isn't glaring too bad. I'm happy with mine. I think maybe if I had more time, I would work on it more and do some different things to it, maybe even cover some stuff up and erase. But for now, I think it's okay, and I will show you the different parts real quick. We got a girl with a horse head, which I always enjoy putting a horse head on somebody in a picture. I think it's hilarious. The words here say, the eyes to capture precious creativity. I just cut those words out from magazines. Then we've got some pictures of flowers here that I cut up. We've got a picture of somebody getting something done to their hand by a nurse. We've got some paint squirting out because I thought the color was kind of the same, and so did Violet. They thought the color was the same as her shirt there. We've got some pictures of some people here. We got a picture of, this is the same girl, I guess, but I put paint over her head just because I think that's funny. I used some bright paint in the background and a little blue paint here to kind of make things look a little more cloudy. Oh, I used lots of pictures of the sky too in my picture. Alright, and now it's time for my assistant to show her work. Flip over this way. Here, no. Oh, okay. I'll hold it. You talk about it.
Okay. So this is a brain picture I cut out of a magazine. I gave it some different eyes and a mouth, and it's really happy about eating this cake and muffin, and this is bad for you, so yummy, baby. Way too much sugar. Uh-oh, big problem. And some question marks because he's so clueless how much sugar he's gonna get.
Oh my goodness. Well, what I like about... Oh, okay, sorry.
And here is an eagle.
An eagle?
That I outlined it.
And where did you get this yellow, orange, and red paper from?
From the symmetrical thing with a heart.
Oh, the one that we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we took some old artwork and we recycled it. Very cool.
And I thought this was the shape of an eagle, so I outlined it with black.
Cool.
And this is just kind of like a swirl I made. I was looking at what these colors could do together.
You got a lot of good swirls in this picture, huh?
Mm-hmm. And this, he's licking his lips because he can't wait to eat all this sugar.
Delicious.
It would be really tasty, but afterwards it will give you a huge tummy. Just look how big this cupcake is.
Oh, wow. Well, what I like about yours is how bright and colorful it is and how it's funny, and it's got a story about a guy who has a sweet tooth like me. All right. Did you want to say what you like about mine?
Yeah. I like that it's really silly and nothing makes that much sense, like the lady with a horse head and paint is like painting a suit. And I like that you kind of colored over some stuff, but you can still see it.
Wow, thank you.
And I like how this is like dripping.
Oh yeah, me too.
I like how it's like dripping, but it's actually not actually dripping.
Well, thanks. I had fun making collages with you.
I had a good time making them with you too.
I guess we will be joining up here in a little while for our next adventure. So, our question was at the beginning, is it okay for artists to use other people's artworks to create their own artworks? Well, a lot of artists will say that yes, it's okay. by the way, all these photographs that come from magazines and all, even some of this artwork here, is made by an artist, a photographer, or some of the things that I used, I believe, are from actual paintings that people made, or from somebody's instructions on how to do some paintings. So somebody worked hard to take those pictures and create them. And some artists would say that it's not okay to steal people's artworks and put them into your own artworks, and some artists will say that it is okay. There's still a lot of people who don't know exactly what the right answer is, and I'm one of them. I know that sometimes when you copy somebody's idea, you can end up getting in trouble later if you make money using their idea. So that could happen, but since this is just for fun, I think it's okay.
Me too.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope we don't get arrested for using someone else's artwork.
Yeah, well, we could be ashamed of ourselves.
Let's take a minute and I'll show you some examples of people who have used really famous artworks and done their own spin on them. You might even call it a remix. Well, that was a long day, wasn't it?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Well, it's bedtime. Well, we've said our prayers. We've read some books. Now it's time to sleep.
Goodbye.
Good night. Wait, we forgot one thing. It's time to party!
It's time to party!
Ah! So, the second question was, how is collage art like making music? Well, in collage art, artists use photos, old artworks from other artists, and sometimes they even use images from famous artworks to create their art. And you see that a lot in clothing or pop art, which is short for popular art. Well, did you know that musicians sometimes take pieces of other musicians' songs to create their own songs?
I did know that.
Oh, Do you know what it's called?
No.
Well, it's called sampling. And sampling is where you take a piece of one person's song and then you use it to help you build another song. Some people believe that that's not making music. Some people believe that it is making music. Some people believe that it's stealing. Other people believe that it's a form of art that is not stealing. I think that it should be allowed, but I think that you should have to give people credit for the music that they made, because they spent, years and years of their life developing the skills to create their music. And in some cases, if you make a lot of money using somebody else's idea, then I think you should have to share that money with them. So anyway, the law is that there's different laws about it. I won't get into that, but I wanted to show you what it looks like, and also answer a question I've got from a lot of different kids, and they've been asking me, where does the music come from for your art show? Well, all of it except for that one rock song comes from me, and I'm going to show you how I make some of my music. And I use sampling all the time. I try and do creative things with it that are not stealing, but I use sampling to make all of the songs that you've heard on these art videos. So I'll take a minute to show you how that works. Sampler. Basically, I can take sounds and put them in here, and I can put them in these pads and play them. So I'm going to play a song from this artist, or musician I should say. He was a composer named Alan Hovhaness. A really, really amazing composer, and I listen to a lot of his music. But anyway, just by pressing this button, I've captured some of his music, and I'll play that real quick. And there are probably 20, 30, 40 musicians playing right now to make this piece of music. So it's not just one guy. But I don't have an orchestra, so I thought maybe if I wanted to have that sound in my beats, then I could use this song. Are you just filming me? Here, let's put it over here. Okay, you get the picture. There's music in there. And there's music in that one. And I could fill up all these different buttons here with different music. So I will show you now using my machine. What did I do with it? Well, I put them on these pads. I took that song and I chopped it into different sections. There's one section. Another section. So you see how it's all laid out there. Now you can do different things with it. If I push this and start changing stuff, it's the same sound, but I'm changing the pitch. If I mess with different parts of it, here, show this part, would you? Show the screen. This little tiny screen here is showing you different things that I'm doing. So, is that the one I'm on? I can change the way that it sounds deep or make it sound higher. All these different things, right? Okay. Also in this machine, here, go ahead and go back. In this machine I can record stuff and I can put it all together. So in this one here, I have a bass. I got that. I got my pretty orchestra noises from Alan Hovhaness.
Ah.
I have drum noises that I made using a keyboard and some different records.
That's pretty cool.
So you see how you can end up playing it. Point it at the machine, please.
I'm trying.
Alright. Alright, so what does it sound like when we put it all together? Well, let's hear this part. But what I like to do is I like to mix it up. So here's what it sounds like when I mix it up.
That's really cool.
Thanks. So you see how that works? Obviously I can't show you too much of it, but sometimes I like to just play with the drums and just do different stuff with the pads. I hope that answers your question. Where does that music come from? It comes from me stealing some ideas from really great musicians and trying to do something with it, and I just enjoy it. I'm not really looking to, you know, be famous or anything off of it, but I do enjoy doing it. And that's it. Artists, this is not the way that I wanted this year to end. I wanted us all to be together, having a celebration, showing off the work that we made. But let's take a little bit of time now to enjoy Share Circle. And I hope you enjoy what the other kids made. And I hope to see you very soon so that we can make art again together. Bye.
Bye.
Have a great summer.